How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is your host, Oscar Ramos. How we feeling, guys? The chat is yours as always. There's a big questions that all of us as crypto investors ask ourselves when you are in this journey, right? Financial freedom journey. When should I buy? That is the real crypto challenge of today. Everybody, as you're coming in, don't forget to smash the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you right here and give you a shout out. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know completely for free here live for you. Don't we like that? And of course, if you want even more of me, always accepting new people in the Patreon and Discord, link in the top of the chat, where you get me all the time, 24/7. Love it, because there's just people with a lot of questions, and I understand it happens, right? What I mean, guys, with the real crypto challenge is that there's gonna be a lot of fudders who are gonna tell us that crypto is done, that Bitcoin is done per se. Now, listen, if they claim that Bitcoin is done and dead, can you imagine what they're gonna say about Ethereum, or how about Dogecoin, or Crowcoin, right? Just to tell you a couple of different coins. But you need to be learning as you're going in crypto that this is a fast moving place, that if you cannot be stagnant, right? You cannot be in one place alone, because if you're gonna fall behind. And the way to not fall behind is by staying ahead of all the fudders who are just saying Bitcoin and crypto is gonna just delete and be dead in 2022. Which, after coming back from a conference, after doing my due diligence, as any investors will do, you come to the conclusion that highly likely we are in this next phase of the internet, right? We are moving very quickly to a next phase of the web. That's why we call it Web 3, right? That's why Web 1, Web 2.0, where it's your social media, your Facebook, your YouTube, your Twitter, that's Web 2.0. But Web 3.0, Web 3, the famous word Web 3, it involves blockchains, it involves community, it involves zero knowledge proofs, where you and I have a transaction online, and I have no idea who you are, you have no idea who I am, but we both get value via transaction that is verified by a consensus blockchain, right? It is amazing. So that is the way we talk here. Now, today it's a good day, right? It's not bad. Cryptocurrency pumped, which is good. Now, that pumped can always be followed by a dumped. I think you and I right now know more than anyone that nobody knows the future. I don't know the future. I don't claim to know the future, but it's how fun it is to predict it. Now, let me tell you another truth. You know what I can tell you for the future? I can tell you with high level of confidence that what's gonna come in 5 years is gonna be much better than we're doing right now. How do you know that, Oscar? Well, the only thing I have to do is come to the internet and show you this. Just take a look at this, everybody. This is not Oscar Ramos, who you probably nobody knows. I'm a no one, right? Whatever. CZ, Binance CEO. Everybody is super popular, this guy, in the United States and in, of course, Asia. Historically speaking, if you bought Bitcoin every time there is a Bitcoin is dead headline, you would have come down well. Logic, when they lose hope, that's when the bottom truly is. When people are leaving the ship. NFA, not financial advice, not recommending this or any strategy in the future, which makes total sense. So the real essence of this live, everybody, is when Bitcoin is dead, that is really when the bottom is, right? If you wanted to know when the bottom is, I think that's a fair question. I cannot give you an answer to the exact Bitcoin amount or Crowcoin amount, But after doing massive amount of research, I can tell you that we are very close. It does seem that we are close, right? Now, what do you think? Let me know, of course. Who do we have in the chat? Jose McKay. What's going on, chat? And a lot of people here. Love it, everybody. Bull Trap. What's up, Oscar? I'm doing well. Glad to see you here. Dev Chow. What's going on, Bobby? So, Bitcoin is a bubble, right? So I think one of the things, it's another challenge. We're talking about challenges. We're talking about, should I buy right now, which is perfect. This is a great topic, in my opinion. Great topic. What I think, everybody, is when I started doing crypto and, AMP token and you're all Ethereum and all Dogecoin. Oh, you guys remember Dogecoin, right? We started with that bull season when Bitcoin is a bubble, when Bitcoin was, what am I doing here? Why is this pumping to the moon? Why is nobody coming to Bitcoin? Because it's just making us a lot of money. That is the point when everybody is, you see it everywhere in all the headlines. When Charlie Munger and I forgot his name again, which is insane. Cannot believe it. I can't believe it. Charles Munger, and this is the worst thing ever. Anyway, I am so embarrassed. I have so many names, but anyway, somebody here is gonna help me out. When they start talking about crypto, that it's a bubble, and so that is precisely when when they start going against crypto. That is precisely when it's a great time for you to cash out. Right now, we're having the headlines of Bitcoin is dead. Not bad idea to start forecasting a play for us to come in. Let me tell you what's going on, Oscar, Chris. Welcome. So, cheers, guys. Welcome to the live. Warren Buffett. Thank you, Marcus. You got it, of course. Warren Buffett. Believe me, I have so many names in my brain that the most basic ones I tend to forget. I don't know why. It kind of happens, guys. Warren Buffett, of course. Thoughts about tectonic, thoughts about cronos. There's many thoughts about all of that. And I think the first one I want to tell you is, if you want my true 10-minute talk about Cronos and tectonic, go ahead and watch a video that I made for you called A Serious Message to All Cronos Holders. It's been there for a while. It's just everything. That if you really want a true, concise message, right? But what I can tell you, everybody, is because we started buying from Cronos chain, building on Cronos chain, you have to understand there's two sides of this spectrum. This is something that I was talking about on one of my videos from Cronos when they added the $100 million in the accelerator program. I've said two sides. One is the users, one is the developers. And as I came back from Consensus 2022, I came to realize how powerful the developer community is, because without them, we're nobody. I mean, there's not really going to be a lot of people building, right? And not many people using this blockchain's beautiful technology. So developers are key. And as I was hearing from these panels, these people are willing to pay 6 figures up to 7 figures to these developers to have something really well, because they know that us users are going to be using the technology and they're going to be getting their ROI very quickly. Who do we have in the chat donating the first super chat of the night? Thank you very much. Arash D, what's up, brother? Hope all is well. Thank you, Arash. You're the man. Thank you for your kind support. That always helps going back to the crypto channel and back to the investments. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Smash a like. Thank you, chat. So that is one of the things I want to tell you to all my Cronos fam, right? We have to hold them for dear life. That's pretty much it, right? It is tough, and I think publicly I can tell you that Cronos, MMF, and VVS Finance, when you see them unbiased, when you expand to the year to date, to the 1 year even, you can truly say that these cryptocurrencies are like rock pools. Like, cannot believe how they pumped and they crash. They have a rock pool type of price like view. Are they rock pools? Of course not. Of course not. But anyone who was not educated on Cronos can just come and see, for example, they can pick any meme coin right now, whichever meme coin you want, pick it. and then they have tectonic, MMF, and VVS, and they'll be like, there's no difference. It just looks the same, right? But that's when doing your due diligence, doing your research, studying, watching people, listening comes to play. Because I mean, I'm flabbergasted to see how many projects, meme coins, community tokens are out there that, yes, they may look like the ones that I'm talking right now, Tectonic, MMF, VVS, but it comes nowhere even close to the utility they offer, right? So truly, to all my Cronos holders, including myself, I have to remind myself that we are not playing in the same game. We're not playing in the same game. It's just that this bear market exposes one of the finest realities of crypto, everybody. Are you listening? That people are going to sell off and they only care for themselves. And if we are honest, we will also sell if we had probably a insider trading competitive advantage to the entire market. Let me tell you, if you think you have enough tectonic, VVS Finance, and MMF, you're wrong. There's whales out there who have, if you go to Chronoscan, there's people there who have billions or trillions just in the top 50, and they devastate markets as they sell, right? As they buy, prices go up. As they sell, prices go down. Our money, and what I'm saying is just the finest truth of all. Yes, of course, the number of capital that we add on any crypto is fair, and it's awesome because it resembles the level of risk that we want to have. However, it cannot compare to the whales. Just take a look at what happened with Solana. They had to enforce emergency powers with the community voting 90-something% to stop a whale. You see that? So even though we think that we have the true reality is that we do not, it's totally fine. But it kind of gives me once again another reason to pick the great projects that are heavily protected by amazing community. But not only that, because the community can only come so far. You need technology and developers and people invested in this. And mostly, if they're doxed, better. If they're doxed, better. Welcome, guys. How you doing, Kevo? Love to see you here. Chaka. Hey, what's up, buddy? I always watch your videos. First time I caught you live. There you go. Yeah, oftentimes I like to go on, different times. And thank you for being here. That's awesome. Can you explain the difference between an automated market maker and a money market? That's awesome. Well, what happens is that's what VVS Finance and MMF is. They do not rely on any type of exchange. They do not rely on any type of third party to have their own processing, buying and selling. Everything happens on them, especially their liquidity pools, their APIs, their staking. It all combines just like a free marketplace where you can, trade crypto and swap inside their protocols. Pretty cool. That is what we call a money market, automated market maker. That's what they do. These technologies are fantastic, but the problem is that you do not have regulation, right? You do not have regulation with all of this. Look how difficult it is to understand all of this for us that we are millennials or Generation C. Now imagine the people in Congress who are 70, 60. They only know rental properties, gold, silver. I mean, let's be honest here, right? We are way ahead of the game, but for us to get caught up there, it's going to be a very long time for that, right? Now I'm going to start removing some people here. So give me just one beautiful second and I'll be with you in just a second right now. Let's see. Boom. There you go. We got one and we got the other one. Put in a user timeout. There you go. Sometimes I got to do this. There you go. Awesome. We're back. Walking streets, buy now, you'll be a millionaire in the next bull run. And that is exactly the kind of mentality we want to have, in my opinion, right? Welcome, everybody. Go ahead and smash that beautiful like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. We're just live talking about the real challenge of crypto. What is that real challenge of crypto, everybody? Knowing when to buy. And that's why I'm here to help in that quest. Let's go. Hello, hello. because today there are not really many news out there right now for crypto.com, for Cronos. There's a few ones, but there's not really much going on right now. There's always not. Let me rephrase that. There's always something going on in crypto, always, right? But like today, I posted a video about Celsius because it makes total sense. They don't do so well. Who cares? The problem, what it concerns is that my community is aware and at least has a voice and an opinion from me, right? Because I want to keep you updated. It is very important to know what happens in crypto. You want to go full stack, if you want to go comprehensive, because that's what I'm trying to do right now. Understanding lending, borrowing, understanding really the whole 360 in this space. Because if you want to do well, I think you want to prepare right now as we go to the next bull run. Exactly what you're saying right now, right? Buying, I think, when Bitcoin is dead, headlines is the best thing that you can do. We're here back again. This was shared by the CEO of Binance Global. And it's important to know, guys, right now we're seeing headlines of Bitcoin is dead. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, right? Buy now. That is a great question for all of us. Now, let's also consider the elephant in the room. What is the elephant in the room at this point? Recession. Earlier today, or during the week, I think, yeah, it was during the weekend, because Biden was, going on a bike and he fell off. Insane stuff. But he was asked when he was by the beach, what about the recession? And he's like, no, he claims that we're not heading into a recession. Fine. He is like, no, we're not going to a recession. Okay, whatever. I think that the importance of that is knowing what the leader of the free world and the United States is saying. I think that's very important to know, whether you agree or disagree. But the point here is that if you, from previous experience, I wouldn't trust 100% what the government says, right? Like, I think everybody can somewhat agree to that. So right now, the economy is not the greatest when it comes to many different factors: gas prices, supply chain, and the war, and how the things are going on right now affects everybody, affects all of us. The market, of course, crashing, so showing a little bit of weakness everywhere. Not really where you want to be, right? When to make bullish predictions, but that is totally the contrary. This is exactly the time when you want to be bullish and say, let's go long. Let's go long. Because if you start shorting the market and we don't crash, it's going to happen exactly what it occurred to Celsius today. You see how I love to merge things up very nicely? People shorted Celsius. The price pumped 40 to 50% today. They got demolished, and the community was awesome and happy. So what's going to happen right now? Bitcoin is being short as we speak. Classic. People are looking for, still 16,000, 17,000, 12,000 Bitcoin. Remember, when we do the 300 moving average for Bitcoin, what do we find? $16,000. That's what we find on the weekly. We find 300 moving average. There it is. The 200 moving average is Bitcoin at $22,000. That is 200 moving average for Bitcoin. Okay? So Cronos, for a lot of Cronos holders right now, what are we seeing for the price? 11 cents. We're extremely low. I've been mentioning as well with the number of how many Cronos do we actually need. I made a video, how much to become a millionaire with Cronos. And in that video, I've said, well, you do need less than $100,000 to become a millionaire, which is awesome. At this time, if you buy $11,000 of CRO, that's going to give you a roughly 100,000 Cronos coins. And by the time CRO is $10, you'll be a millionaire. Okay. Now, to put it simply, the single best thing I can tell you, let's first get to $1. $10 Cronos is extremely far from here. Extremely. If I try to make a prediction, like my friend Zach Humphreys, I love his video. He's like, Shiba Inu in 2050. I'm like, bro, 2050, I mean, it's so fun. Like, it's so long, bro. It's so long. But anyway, let's get kind of going with that essence. $10 Cronos. Yes, in the next bull run, we're gonna be seeing, I am pretty positive, right? not financial advice. Cronos passing $1. I'm pretty positive, right? But Cronos to $10, I think that's very difficult to attain. I can be wrong, right? But still, there's a chance when you open the window to passing 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, bullish in crypto, making sure that crypto.com is one of the top exchanges, reaching the 1 billion plus, 2 billion plus people that are still waiting for more crypto. I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine to claim that Cronos should be in the range, in the ballpark of $5 to $10, assuming that it is a deflationary, which means that they're burning, right? That the price is increasing. I don't see any problem with that. By then, what other cryptocurrencies we're looking at? I mean, Bitcoin, this upcoming bull season, what are the prices that Oscar Ramos, I'm forecasting? Passing $100,000, no question. There's so many bulls out there, my friends. There's so many bulls out there. I met some real life. I know some. And just to give you an idea, the owner of ARK Invest, again, forget names. I'm just so bad right now. It's kind of late. Whatever. But she's like, Bitcoin $1 million. And I'm like, whoa, $1 million. Insane. Can you believe that? $1 million Bitcoin. Wow. Now, she's not the only one. She's not the only one. But that just tells you how bullish predictions can go. And usually the bullish predictions resonate the most here in cryptocurrency. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do to all of you who are coming in? Which I love you guys. You're awesome. Thank you for coming in. Just a great conversation. That's it. We're not trying to pump anything. Just great conversation about crypto. I think what we can do is to invest in our future self by buying what we can afford losing responsibly and with a purpose. Always buying with a purpose matters. You buy a new home for a purpose. You want a family. You want your kids. You want protection. You want a house, a vision. Also, a car, whatever. Education, right? I think crypto is also a purpose because there's so much regulation to be done that any type of cryptocurrency right now that we're speaking can change and probably can collapse. Like, I'm not saying the ones that I've been talking right now will be dead, but I don't know the future. And the politicians and governments can change whatever they want because they have the power. There's nothing I can do. But what I can tell you is always kind of be on the winning side by saying I should never put 100% of my money in one asset, because what happens if that asset collapses, then you're going to experience what a lot of people are seeing with Celsius and Terra Luna. I've done my research, my friends, and there's people who put everything, their entire life savings on Celsius. And right now they're really scared. And on Terra Luna, well, that story is already left harbor. We already know what happened. Some people took their own lives. So what I'm doing right now, have to diversify, have to spread out. And if you want to go all in and YOLO it because you can do whatever you want at the end of the day, you don't have to follow what I'm saying, right? Never. Then you could be like the Dogecoin millionaire who really made an amazing, in my opinion, discovery. That you can go all in, YOLO it, ape in, and be successful. The only thing that you have to realize is that when you start hearing Bitcoin is a bubble, and when you start coming to the rainbow charts, when you start coming here and see extreme greed and extreme greed and extreme greed, and when you come here to Bitcoin and start seeing bullish and passing the bubble zone, you need to sell, my friend. Because if you don't sell, you're going to be in a position where you're extremely down because the cycle repeats itself. The cycle repeats itself. You understand that? Hope you do, my friends. Welcome, guys. Hope you're enjoying the conversation. Love you guys. Welcome, welcome. You still have the AMP, Oscar? Of course I still have the AMP. Of course I still have my AMP token. Still there, growing little by little. How much VVS I need for a billionaire? That is a great question. I don't know for a billionaire, but for a millionaire, I know. Go ahead and check my video. It's there for you. I made it. Stake MMO, earn CRO. Absolutely. Staking MMO guarantees you some delicious grab CRO. Yes. ApeCoin. Yes, ApeCoin. I hold it. Love it. I'm bullish on ApeCoin, even though I got wrecked by ApeCoin because classic Yuga Labs wanted us to use ApeCoin. Oh, I dislike that, of course. Cheers. What's going on, Michael? Why in the world did I just get an ad during this live? Well, probably because it's monetized. Welcome, and I'm happy to have you, Michael. Welcome, welcome. Michael says, buying CRO is a no-brainer to me. For every $100 right now, it will be worth $1,000 when it reaches $1. Bro, I think that is one of the greatest. Of course, we've been talking about that. Yes, it is. Because it's a 10x from now. Let's go ahead and look at it right now. So, right now we're looking at 11 cents. It reached 9 cents. Guys, Cronos reached 9 cents. That is insane. Can you believe it? Now, look at how close we were. Like, look at how close we were. That's so fantastic. You know, 7 cents Cronos. What a deal, man. What a deal. What are we waiting for, right? So for 4 hours, let's go ahead and do 1 week. Let's go long, baby. Let's not be afraid right now. Here it is. Here it. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. There you go. There you go, everybody. So for a lot of people, there you go, everybody. For a lot of people, we got here, baby. Like, for a lot of us, we came and got destroyed because we bought here. I think all of these changes in the market and the bear seasons do really portray how, you know, we're learning as well, and how things are going to change as we continue in other different cycles. And for this one of the things that I think I know now not to do later is that once it pumps, chances are if you are leaving the bull season, I'll be waiting for the massive crash, because eventually it's going to happen. A lot of us bought here in the 40s and 50 cents because it took a while. Like, just to let you know, this is November and this is April. That is 5 months. 5 months of 40 and 50s and 30s and 60s. That's not bad. And all of a sudden, what happened? It all started with this. You guys remember. It all started with that. And then it all came crashing down for Cronos. But it is true. What's going to happen is from here, let me go ahead and bring it for us. All the way here. And then we do here. There it is. In the 1 week, we're looking at 690% to the upside, starting from 11 cents. So that is what we're looking, right? At pretty much $1. $1 Cronos. Now, realistically speaking, that $1, it was by pump. So if you want an even more realistic analysis from me, which I will appreciate that for myself, we have to be consolidating somewhere here. I think that $1 was created in unique circumstances. I remember because I lived it November 22nd. I lived it. It was very quick. Just a couple of hours and it just vanished. So I wouldn't consider $1 to be a true consolidation level for Cronos, right? Same as I'm talking 12 cents, same as, you know, other different crypto that just exploded all the way, like ApeCoin that exploded to $28, right? Those are just not the chances. But on the positive side of the spectrum, when a cryptocurrency just decides to pump for some reason, it goes way past the all-time high. It's just what it is. Just realize Shiba Inu exploded. I still remember, everybody, that day with Shiba Inu, just insane, right? Because still look at it here in my brain. But I can tell you, this is what I will say something more conservative, will tell you at around 70 something cents. But still, that is a 7x from now. Not bad, in my opinion. Not bad. Cowboys fan. What, you don't like Cowboys? They're pretty cool. They always lose. Come on, we're from Texas, baby. Tonic staking is back at 0%. Shall hang in there. They already, I'm already seeing some comments on the Discord. As always, errors. It happens. VVS $10 if grow $50 in 2030. Disagree. VVS is not gonna be $10, my friend. I can tell you right now, and it's fine. I mean, I don't have any problem saying it like it is. VVS Finance is not going to be $10. Just take a look at the tokenomics. Have to be. That's why I don't like to go to $100 Cronos, or very carefully saying $10 Cronos, $50 Cronos, because it always goes back down to the tokenomics and how things are rolling out. Because how can it help us to have $10 Cronos if it's only gonna be there for 3 hours or 2 hours? Makes no help. You don't have anything stable. There's no stability. To me, that doesn't work. To me, it's useless, because I'm gonna be probably sleeping, I'll be eating, I'll be doing something else, and then that's it. My opportunity that I waited years, it's over. So to me, that is not realistic, and we have to look at something more conservative that is sustainable. Sustainability when it comes to crypto is extremely, like, to be consistent. That's what I'm looking at. But yeah, easily I can tell you $10 VVS, it's out of the question. Just look at the trillions that it has. Bitcoin has to hit an all-time high first. Yes, Rick, I do agree with you. Bitcoin is gonna be looking, according to the bull, I forgot the name. Let me give it to you. According to the bull logarithmic growth curves, there it is. We're looking at 150, 120, 110,000. So that's what Bitcoin is gonna be looking for once we are really outside the normal parameter of Bitcoin. We're gonna be looking at some growth delicious curves. Thank you, mommy, for helping me with this span. Appreciate it, my man. Thank you. We will see a bigger dip. Free saying, I see it. Tell me in the comments. Give us your opinion as why. Love that. You think CRO will have a pump when the World Cup begins? Mark, that is a great question, and I think I'm going to answer it right now. I was here when Cronos was the sponsor, one of the sponsors of the Super Bowl in February, earlier this year. What happened to the price? Nothing. Really, nothing changed. Hours before the game, it was all chill, all good. And then hours later, it crashed. It just kind of like dipped a little bit, sell off a little bit, and that's it. And we can actually check it out, because when was the Super Bowl? Like early February, right? Actually, I mean, let's go. Why don't we go there? So where is it? February. Here it is. February. You see that? Sometime here. So we were like around 50, then 54, then it crashed. You see that? So it was, as the news were heading up, as we were coming up the Super Bowl, price was coming up. Now, I don't want to say that this price increase or rally was due to the Super Bowl, but you can take a look at how the investors were looking at Cronos at that time. And then, of course, it's sold off. So what I'm predicting for the World Cup, which is a much bigger event, that Crypto.com is really going to be in an amazing position to change their publicity or have a brand new message to all of the people who want, is I think there's going to be, could possibly be a rally at around October, September, October, and of course November. But buy the rumor, sell the news, right? You're going to be able to trade it. Just make sure. Complete recommendation to you to liquidate your position. Be smart, because those are the events that any type of trader waits to make big buck. Remember that. Let's go. Great question. Honestly, very, very good question. Which crypto do you think that will survive, Ronald? Well, a lot of the cryptocurrencies that we're talking right now will survive. I think most of the ones that I talk in my channel will survive. Yeah, of course. The crypto apocalypse, the recession, the crypto regulation, the crypto rug pulls, and all of that. I mean, that I think goes to everybody, right? I think it's a unique challenge for, as a crypto analyst or as a crypto investor, to do a deep dive or just do a great research. One of the things that I can tell you always, I like to find who the founder is. Now, of course, we cannot apply that to Bitcoin, which it's like an oxymoron, right? How can you trust Cardano so much? Well, because I know Charles Hoskinson, I know he's a great guy, super smart. Well, then how do you trust Bitcoin if you don't have no idea who invented it, right? I completely give you that one, and I'm still learning on how to answer that one, to be honest with you. But you can probably also tell there's a lot of billionaires and much smarter people than me who trust Bitcoin. So it kind of like goes with the Jones effect, like, well, if I do it because he does it, that kind of thing. So you need to know who the founder is, you need to know who the team is, you need to know what the vision, the goal is, and much more. And I'm gonna give you one for free. If you are buying a project that the first thing they tell you on the website is marketing budget, burn, and goal is to reach X amount of followers on social media, get out. Immediately get out, because that is not going to end up well. And I've seen it many times. As soon as you see one that says, we need to reach this amount of followers or Discord members or whatever marketing followers, and then we're going to add a burn tax or a burn this, like right in front of the website for everybody to see, I don't like that. That is a meme coin. That is a garbage coin. That shouldn't be what a value proposition of a project is. And that, to answer your question, could really easily be completely wiped out of this scene. You're never going to find that on Cardano. You're never going to find that on Algorand. You're not going to find that with Cronos. No. So that's a couple of things, right? And there's more. I can go on and on, but I just love to be realistic, everybody. That's what I love about it. Let's go. MMF to $10 in the future, Crypto B. Well, MMF gave us a great surprise, right? With almost $2. And I just made a video on Sunday, a message to strong Cronos holders, right? Why strong Cronos holders? Why a message to them? Because it is a video that shows you how badly we have crashed, and not many people can understand and take it for reals, because most people will blame me and tell me that I'm the worst and I don't know what I'm doing. But the reality is that liquidation, not many people can hold and chew, right? So that's for strong people. And to answer your question, I mean, it really is finding the projects that look great right now, that have open communication, and that I can tell that I can feel some type of trust. And I think what happened with Scrub Finance, and the way they handle it, really nice. It's a couple of the things that I like about MMF and Cronos so far. I don't want to be like like saying, oh, they're perfect and they're flawless. No, they're not. But what I'm saying is, when you find a problem, when you see a threat, how are you going to respond to that threat? That's what I care. Celsius right now made a video alert today. What I'm saying, like communication. CC, Binance CEO, said, if you would have added your 3 billion in Bitcoin when the DPEG was 0.99 cents, that would have been or 90 cents or something like that. That would have been a much different outlook than trying it when it's already dead. Stuff like that. That is the kind of communication that we need for these projects, and that's why I'm bullish on specifically what's happening on Cronos, right? So all of this, what I'm telling you, is incredible, because so much knowledge in so little time, you kind of digest over and over and over to answer the question that you're here for, my friends. The real challenge in crypto: when to buy. Should I buy right now? Should I sell? That is what we're talking in this live. And I'm very happy to have so many new friends here. Don't forget to smash the like button. Everybody, consider subscribing. Oscar Ramos telling it to you like it is, always straight, unafraid, straightforward, because that's what crypto needs as well. I'm not claiming to be perfect, because I'm not. And I still have a lot to learn. But after watching so many people, I just want to be a resource to everybody. And if you do need me even more after the live, well, go ahead and join the Discord and Patreon. We have a spot for you waiting. Link is up there in the chat and down there at the description. Welcome, guys. Don't forget to smash the likey button. That always helps. Sup, Crow family? FGM, what's up, buddy? Mario, what up, Oscar? Are you investing on new crypto coins at the moment? Mario, yes and no. I am putting some emphasis on Solana because I'm doing the stepping. I'm earning my HNT with my crypto mining. I'm doing the DeFi with VVS. I'm almost like investing and reinvesting, right? And no, because I'm, stand by. I'm kind of like waiting for more drops. I'm buying the super mega dips, like when it dipped to 17,000, amazing opportunity to dollar cost average, So when you start seeing those headlines, that is when you go hard for sure, my friend. Hope that answers the question. You're holding your MMF, Savannah, and Matt. Don't be mad at me. That's good. That's good. They're gonna be the first one to, leave liquidity. The reason why is because you don't have a VVS Finance protocol security, or like not security, but policy where you get locked up for years in order to achieve that APY that they're promising you, right? MMF does not have that. I can easily just go there, pay the 10 CRO. Let me pause here for a second. Who else thinks that is an enormous amount of CRO to unstake and oftentimes to stake? Like, have you guys noticed how much CRO we pay on MMO to stake? That's insane. On the optimizer, the couple of first time that I was doing it, I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm paying 10? To me, I was a hit in the gut. Like, wow, how long am I gonna wait to get this 10 CRO back? And now, man, you're doing it back when Cronos was 50 cents. Okay, I needed to get that out because, wow, yeah, that's a lot of money. So that is why, even though, the prices were crashing, people had to pay those enormous amount of CRO to get out, and they did. And now that we see, that's why one of the reasons we see the liquidity go down, which is good. What's going on, my friend? Tectonic to 405. Love it. Oscar, I believe in you and all the experience. Thank you for everything you do for the Cronos community. Thank you, Carlos. Love it. Appreciate it. Just giving it to you like it is, my friend. One of the things that I can tell you, fam, is that I've waited a long time to get into DeFi. A long time. One, because as a new crypto investor, you first have to know how to walk and talk and say hi. And then you get into DeFi. If you're here a beginner and you're into DeFi already, wow, mad respect. But you have to analyze that this is not easy peanuts, right? You do need to be aware to be able to chuck those swing trades on DeFi. On the other side of the spectrum, I first started with stocks, then with crypto, buying and selling, sending, and all of that. Ethereum, Bitcoin, the classic ones, Cardano, algorand. I learned how to do governance, I learned how to do staking, how to trade, how to do a bunch of things. And I waited for DeFi. So I never did Uniswap. I never did PancakeSwap. I never did SushiSwap because I don't want to do Ethereum. Like, I like to do Ethereum for NFTs. Or like, in a way, I have to because I want the good NFTs, right? The OpenSea NFTs. Okay, fine. But I don't want to do any like Ethereum chain with those massive fees. No, I don't want to. The only one that I'm paying is the AMP token, right? Which I paid, which surprisingly was very, really cheap. When I was talking about AMP token much earlier in 2021, which I can still talk about, it makes no sense, make no difference. The price of those fees were huge. Like, I'm talking $60, $70, $80. I know some people who paid $140 to stake their AMP token. It's true. It's true. It is insane, and it's true. And that's why oftentimes waiting helps you a lot. And that's what we did it. Let's go ahead and report some people here because I cannot believe it. How could they come more and more and more? So, Oscar, really appreciate your input. It's clear information that differs from the other drama queen morons on this platform. Awesome, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. Brandon, been watching you for about a month now. You seem to do your due diligence, or DD. what to do, you think about LRC. What is LRC? Loop rig? What is LRC? Try watching videos on, couldn't figure it out why I couldn't transfer the crypto to the wallet. There you go, you see? So that is why we want to start with step number one before we do deeper, right? But you have it more specific questions with Cronos, well, that will imply me do a more consulting type of analysis with you, and I do that for all my ballers. If you check my Patreon, do that for all my ballers. You and I, exclusive Zoom meeting, and I get all your questions, my friend. What do you think about the elongating lawsuit? You're talking about the Dogecoin lawsuit, right? It's the same thing with Binance, because Binance, they just were selling, helping people get out their Luna, and they're blaming Binance.us because they're like, hey, but you had marketing that was not congruent with what you were doing with Luna. And Elon Musk can say whatever they want because it's their first right, First Amendment, it's just like freedom of speech. He was just putting whatever there on Twitter. Very bullish on Dogecoin, right? And people took it at heart, and anyone can just claim and say, he gave me financial advice. He's liable. He's responsible. That's probably one of the angles, right? That's super important right now. Of course, they're not financial advice or whatever, but I think that's, the way that's happening. That's why it's very important. I think talking about that Elon part specifically, cannot believe it. These scammers are insane. I want to protect my community, of course. That once you see a massive celebrity promoting a cryptocurrency, it's a good time probably to liquidate. Yes, the price can go up for sure, but I don't like that. I don't like that. Never, ever, ever go with the idea. Cannot believe it. Are you kidding me? Never go with the idea of because we have Elon Musk or Logan Paul or whatever celebrity is following this, that you have to buy. Never, because we had other celebrities pumping their tokens and they're in the garbage right now, garbage can. I remember about there was one called Ethereum Plus or Ethereum something, and it completely destroyed, garbage down. So those are one of the things that you want to be very aware in the world of crypto, my friends, right? Let's go. Elon isn't going to allow tweets that expose the hoax at a cost. How many CRO you own? Close to 12 to 13K CRO. Yeah, love it. I'm also adding to my repertoire, right? I had 8, bought more. I use some for trading. Yeah, that's good. I've always been trying to be, right, as transparent as possible with you guys. You have to understand, it doesn't really matter how many of X crypto I have. It only matters yours, because you are the one responsible for your success and for your money. Because if you win, you're not going to share it with me and with anyone, right? Which that is fair enough. So enjoy yours. My job is always to deliver the news as straight as possible, as accurate and truthful to you. Because first I gotta believe it. First I gotta take it at heart and understand, and that's what I love doing on a daily basis to you, my friends. And one thing I can tell you, going to this awesome chart, bam, very easy, quick stream, love it, very simple, because it's all about knowledge. It's the knowledge that I've been collecting over these months and days and years that allows me to talk with so much clarity right now. If you're waiting to buy, guess what? Right now, everything looks like Bitcoin is dead. When we go lower than 20K, my friend. Right now, it looks okay, but let it go lower to 16K and 15K. That is when we are gonna truly see the futters go to the all-time high. We're gonna be probably seeing, I don't know, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal. We're gonna see even, I don't know, the president saying, be careful with putting your money in these crypto scam assets. That'll be amazing to see, because as soon as I see that from whoever in that level of power, that's my signal to start adding heavily. Once you start seeing those photos come out, we know Bitcoin is energy, and we know Bitcoin is going to prevail. It's going to do very well. And we're going to go to the moon on that one. The most trusted, of course, and powerful and strong network so far. Love it. Welcome aboard, my friends. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to smash that beautiful like button if you are enjoying today's session, today's talk, and subscribe to the channel to all my people. Loving and welcome. As you see on the thumbnail, 900 billion. Not bad. So far, doing well. Cheers, guys. What a beautiful night. Oh, baby. Love it. Which, by the way, Dallas is going to be one of the host cities for the World Cup 2026. Super excited for that. Dallas and many other cities, which is good. What's the top 3 alts you like? Very good question. That's going to be Cardano. It's going to be Cronos, and it's going to be in between Ethereum and BNB. Why BNB, you ask? Well, because Binance, to all my crypto.com holders who are watching right now, guys, Binance is strong. I'm not saying that it's better than CRO or that it's worse than CRO. Like I've said before, it is not a competition. What I want from these exchanges is to learn as quickly as possible the laws, to adapt to the market changes, and to serve the people, to help the next billion users go and enjoy their crypto journey. Shouldn't be a race. It's just a nice way of saying, go ahead and buy your first Bitcoin. Use crypto.com or Binance or whichever, right? Binance BNB is a powerful one too as well. Binance BNB, I remember seeing it at $400, $500. I couldn't believe it. I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. And I was like, wow. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and CRO coin, of course, and Cardano, algorand too. Yeah, I think those are powerful. I'm talking like the top that you can own, of course, those ones. I'm not saying that they're gonna make you the most money, because they won't, since you have other garbage. Let me say it once again, because I love to say it. Garbage projects like this ones, right? Now, are you calling Apollo Inu, Lot of Trade, and Pomicon? Yes, I'm calling them garbage just because I just don't want to go to the community tokens right now. The only one I own, and the only one I like is Shiba Inu, and that's it. I prefer to keep my portfolio in the top, in the blue chip scenario. That's it. I don't really like too many of the community tokens right now. That's it. I like to keep it clean and steady, my friends. That's the way I roll. Because in the community token scenario, where you can make way more money than on the tokens on the coins that I mentioned, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, crypto.com, Cardano, you need to know when to exit. You need to know a little bit more. If you're a beginner, it might be too much for you. Got it? Hope you're liking that, loving it. Great conversations. We always like great conversations. Well said. Let's go. Where are you guys buying BNB? You can do it on crypto.com. You will lose it all, your money, in the altcoins under Bitcoin bottoms. Matthew. Yeah, I think from a lot of great people, I've been hearing that buying altcoins right now is risky, way more risky, right, than Bitcoin. So, because altcoins do go much further down and much further up. So, if you're buying Bitcoin, you're putting yourself in a great scenario for years from now. But if you're buying alts, it's going to be short term on the ones that are very volatile, and very long term as well for the ones that are extremely long, like Cardano. One of the things about Cardano, I was able to watch the 2 episodes that you can find on BitBoy Crypto. He had an interview with Charles Hoskinson, and I watched them all, and it's just an amazing, delightful dinner for anyone in crypto who is excited for the future. And what Charles Hoskinson and the entire team at Cardano and Input and Output and Emergo, they're just trying to fail and fulfill the entire vision, right? The 5-step vision for Cardano. And it's huge, and there's a lot of work to do. They're doing it slowly but surely. I saw them. I took a picture with the guy. I took a picture with Charles Hoskinson. I saw the guy, guys. There was hundreds of people around it. They were security guards, and it was so fun because I was like a little kid waiting for the I was like a little kid waiting for the PlayStation 5. That was me at my age. Like, I'm about to meet one of my crypto heroes. I cannot believe it. And yes, I saw him, took a picture, say, hi, my name is Oscar. I do this, X, Y, and Z. And he's like, oh, awesome, great, thank you, bye. That's it. Because we had a line of people, It was insane. So if you're watching this live right now, just know that you're privileged because there's so much knowledge here, I think, in this space of crypto. And we are way ahead of the game for, I mean, if you think you're losing money right now, you can be losing money all 2022 and still come stronger in 2023 because the opportunity is huge. By the time we're heading into the next bull season, I think you and I will be amazingly strong. Even if you only put $100 or $1,000 on ADA, and ADA can go easily to $5, everybody. I'm not kidding. Can go to $4 because it has everything with them. I mean, you can make a 5x and just have 5K and instead of 1K. Not kidding. It's insane. Love it. Mommy of the Alka, what's going on, my friend? Welcome. You can DCA, but that's at best. Let's go. Dude, I'm literally getting ad every 3 minutes. It's putting several minutes behind on the stream. I'm not putting ads here, bro. That is insane. Wow. Well, due to not doing anything, my friend. So sorry if you're experiencing that, Michael. My apologies. I'm staking MMF and CRO. Nicely done. That's great. Have you looked into Luna One? Have not into those ones. Have not, my friend. FG, like Oscar says, this is a journey. In a few years, when you see how much the price of CRO grew, you will just remind yourself about these live sessions. There you go. That's another way of putting it for sure. That's another way of putting it, right? And we'll be here, God willing, talking to you guys when you know we just have different prices. The sentiment is different. Right now, this is how we're feeling, a lot of us. I'm gonna go ahead and show you here. I mean, this is one thing that I also wanted to show you really quickly. Recession. So are we heading into recession? And when you come here on Twitter about looking for recession, first thing that you see, President Biden insists U.S. recession is not inevitable, and the Treasury Secretary says as well. And then we have the UK recession warning. Citi warns of economic apocalypse after the Bank of England alert. And then you have Cleveland Federal Reserve President, this president saying doesn't think that the recession will take place in the United States. So everybody right now is talking, of course, of a recession. And if you didn't know, one of the things that I was looking at earlier is how just how the recession really affects everything, and people cash out, you have less money in the markets, and of course prices come down. So those are kind of like the fears when you are into a recession, the cashing out, the liquidation. And you are probably gonna say, but Oscar, we already have massive liquidations and we're already seeing Bitcoin is dead headlines. Are we actually gonna go lower? And the answer to that is, if the United States officially adds on a headline, we're in a recession, from the Federal Reserve Chairman or the Treasury Secretary or the President of the United States, that headline alone is going to change the behavior of a lot of Americans. And that's what the president does not want, because you haven't seen so far the country, it's a little bit shaky, when it comes to a lot of economic things. So that would just add to the pain. But things can happen, and so far, not a really bad time, but things can get even better. Let's put it that way. Instead of saying things can get even worse, things can get even better for you and me, my friends, to always buy the dippity dip. Oh, don't we love it? This is what we're looking, of course, in the stock market, my friends. NASDAQ, S&P, Dow Jones, things are looking like this. I have, of course, my Roth IRA. You should be having your 401ks or so and your Roth IRAs. 16,000 points NASDAQ last year tops. Right now we're looking 10. What an amazing time. Once we see the NASDAQ exploding as well, that is another indicator how things are going to be changing for the upside for all of these great things, as you know, my friends. And it's going to be awesome. That's what we like to see. If you have any questions, go ahead and post it in the chat. Q&A. AMA is open. Ask me anything. Let's go. MMF price predictions. Oh, we're starting with the juicy questions. Love it. Cheers. Nice. Michael, Oscar, I really like you and appreciate your content. I'm not upset with you, but it's just a little frustrating to have to cut it off like every few minutes. Sorry, my friend. That's not me. It is not me, bro. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just talking to you guys. But that's the last thing I'm going to say about it. Thanks. No problem. Ad block, that also helps. If you want to have any ads, ad block, that helps too. Not MMF by VVS Finance. Love all the comments, just on different conversations. Why MMF? Why VVS Finance? The two are amazing, just different tokenomics. One is in the millions, the other one is in the trillions. So usually for you guys probably remember when I was started with MMF, how I was like, wow, MMF looks a little bit better in my eyes, because I don't really want to have too much trillions. I want in circulating supply. I want to have millions, because that's much healthier. But still, MMF crashed badly, right? So those are the insights that as holders we can know. Oftentimes, doesn't really matter the circulating supply or the supply, but it does help when you're in the pump, which that helps a lot. Nice. What doesn't Binance list CRO on their platform? That is a great question, and I have seen it that they don't have it. I'm just gonna go ahead and check again, because the last time I checked that was a while ago. And if you're saying that right now, it's probably because it's still not there. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. It is not here. They can. I'm gonna tell you, they can if they want it. They can if they want it. Why is it not there? That is a great question. I should have asked. I should have asked that actually when I talked to the Binance people at Consensus. I don't know, but they can for sure. If they do, I think that will be a decent event for more trading volume and liquidity to come in, and we could see Cronos go a little bit up. It's not gonna be a massive pump, but it's gonna be something decent. That's a good question for sure. DCA stake and chill, Marcus. I agree 100% with you, my friend. Agree 100%. Trying to get 10K Cronos. Hope it doesn't drop anymore. 10K, me, check, baby. 10K, me, check for sure. Do you think the market will drop on the weekend? Well, usually we have seen lately how it just drops during the weekend, right? Like this weekend dropped really nicely, but as soon as we were heading to the late Sunday, it was coming up. Welcome to crypto. I like you, support you. I just don't want to get cut off. No worries. Continues. What are your thoughts about Ether and Ether POS, proof of stake? Amazing. Charles Hoskinson, during his interview with BitBoy, was talking about that, and he's like, finally, it's still not fully proof of stake. It's just the first steps of that upgrade, right? The upgrade is coming. The final, the big solid one for Ethereum is still proof of work, but it's working its way up, which is great. It's called the merge, if I'm not mistaken. I like it. Ethereum is still going to be very relevant for all of us. I own Ethereum. I buy Ethereum. I bullish on Ethereum. It's kind of like the first cryptocurrency that I really, truly research, thanks to Andre Kirk. And yes, you're not going to go wrong with Ethereum. Right now, the DeFi is, mostly Ethereum as well. So when we come back in a bull season, I'm predicting that, Ethereum will be looking still in the 50%. With the exit of Terra Luna, most of those companies go to Ether, go to Binance Smart Chain. I mean, mostly go to Ethereum. So Ethereum will still be winning, still, for sure. Good question. Haha. Hello, Oscar, my friend. My hope is for Tectonic to increase in value in the future, even when things don't go trend down for Tectonic. Interest rate from staking in high. I mean, 64 billion. Just curious your thoughts. Well, thank you for the great question. Tectonic. When it comes to Tectonic, this is a cryptocurrency in the trillions. We made some analysis, right? I have a couple of videos there. I invite you to check them out. Tectonic, worst price prediction or worst case scenario. I think it's something like that, where I explain that if we had 500 trillion, which is the max supply, and a decent market cap for Tectonic that is somewhat relevant to what a top lending and protocol right now is, talking about Aave, Celsius, Compound, we are going to be looking at 4 zeros a number, 4 zeros and number. Right now it's like 6 zeros. We're looking at 4 zeros or so, or 5 zeros, 1 or 9 or so. So like the beginning of 5 zeros. So what I'm saying is, do not think that tectonic is going to go to $1 because it will not happen. 1 cent, it will not happen. We're going to be looking at increases in the, couple 50 to 1, I think 10 to 15x in that range as of now, with an educative guess, right? Educative guess, because so far tectonic has a long way to go. That's one thing we all have to understand. We all have to understand this. MMF, tectonic, and VVS Finance, they look sexy. There's delicious prices, but guys, they're super early. Super early. They don't have even close to remote the support of Shiba Inu, just to kind of compare apples to oranges right now. Yes, they offer different utility, but just because people don't know they exist also helps like influences the price, right? So this one's we gotta wait a while to see something relevant when it comes not only to the performance of what they do, their actual utility, but the recognition from the crypto community out there. That's one. And two, well, adding more to, whatever you can afford. Tectonic right now is very cheap. 63 billion, bro, you're sad. I wouldn't be buying any more if I were you. That's just me, non-financial advice, of course. 63 billion, you are sad, bro. Like, if it goes much higher to 4 zeros, if it goes to 4 zeros once again, you're sad, super sad. So that's what I will tell you right now. Great question, awesome. Hi, bro. Is it a good time to buy CRO 7 cents anytime soon? It's always a good time to buy CRO, in my opinion. CRO, like FTX, like BNB, these are the top cryptocurrency exchanges in the entire cryptocurrency world, right? And after doing my decent research, I can tell you there's not many competitors coming their way. Just wait for a bull season and they're going to explode even more. They're doing really well right now. Just look at how much money they're putting in their marketing. Talking about crypto.com, of course. One of the things that it was kind of like CC, Binance CEO, punching the gut of Chris, the crypto.com CEO, was like, he said, I'm not going to look for it because it's going to take me some time, but he said, we are growing like fast enough, or we haven't done something. I just forgot. But the point is, he said, we're not investing in marketing or promotions, or there you go, stadium naming rights. And then right at the bottom, Charles Hoskinson said, yes, like, well done. So you have different approaches when it comes to marketing, when it comes to how to attract your audience. Some people don't like it at all. Some people do like it at all. Like, it just really depends, right? What flavor you like. Personally speaking, I like it, but always in moderation, right? I don't think marketing solely 100% or very high marketing helps if you don't deliver, because here's the proof. All the marketing, and in just one little decision, most of the crypto.com holders left. They left really mad. I was there. I was reading all those comments, everybody. I'm not kidding. A lot of people very mad with crypto.com. And then they were changing and they weren't listening and they just were doing something that the community didn't like. And well, yeah, that happened. That happened in April or so. But now that kind of like some people forgot, but then that added people to leave crypto.com to other different platforms and so on and so on. So it is a great time to dollar cost average on Cronos, to answer your question, but you have to be just careful not to put everything, and to always stay in the lookout, because there's always going to be changes that we cannot foresee because we don't work for the companies. That's just what it is. Great question. Awesome question, my friend. What do you predict Ethereum will drop in our current market, and when do you feel things will turn around, before the election or after the election, Steven? That's a great question. I think this is a weird year because we have an election year. We have recession fears. We have a war. We have supply issues. We have gas prices to the roof. The things are gonna be shaky. Things are not gonna be easy for a lot of us, especially for crypto prices, because crypto prices are heavily influenced by volume, right? If they sell off, then there goes the volume. So it's going to be a weird year for during the summer. Right now we are in the summer, but throughout the summer it's going to be a weird year for a lot of us as holders, because you and I do have a very sizable, budget to buy crypto, but we are not buying everything right now. We're still kind of waiting or so on the sidelines. Some of us DCA, but not many of us are selling because we are underwater, most of us, right? So that whales have to come and finally set up the bottom. At the end of the day, the whales set up the bottom by buying and starting the uptrend. So then people realize, oh, there you go, now we're out. And then people start to buy once again. So I think it's going to be a weird year. We have the election, we have the World Cup. So I think worst case scenario, this is a price that I could consider to be one of the worst prices. So other than that, we're going to be very good at the end of the day, right? I think it's going to be looking very nicely. Love your work, Oscar, all the way from London, UK. Crow to the moon. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. Awesome. How do you stay camp? Have some AMP on Coinbase. Just go ahead and send it to your Coinbase wallet. Go to Flexa Capacity. Connect it, your Coinbase wallet, to Flexa Capacity. Pay the fees to transfer from your wallet to, first from your Coinbase to your Coinbase wallet, and then from Coinbase wallet to Flexa Capacity. Confirm, and there you go. You're staking AMP for a lot of APY. Yes. Alrighty. Guys, do you guys have fun? I had fun. Just a great conversation to answer the question, the real crypto challenge, buy now or not. Everybody, what a nice evening we had, to be honest with you. And this is something that I love doing, passion and learning every single day. My friends, don't forget to smash that beautiful like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. You have all the links down in the description down below, all the questions and stuff. Appreciate all the kind support, the donations and everything. I mean, honestly, it just blows my mind, guys. To all of you guys, Mommy of the Aka, the members and everybody, catch you later. Time for me to relax and prepare for tomorrow. It's gonna be a pretty cool day, right? So whatever happens tomorrow, you just know that Bitcoin from 21, 22 to 17, that's kind of like the range. We're still there. We need to be passing Bitcoin 25 plus to really have something solid as far as we're actually leaving the bottom. But if we start going to the 17, 18s, that still is a signal for us to keep cash in hand. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you for your time. Peace. Let's go, guys.